to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hip in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? And welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy, Eazy, by my man, Spin More Rats.
Hello.
The young sus from the TV booth. JB Smooth, the ones and twos. And we have another special guest for you guys. The one, the only, the nipplest. Cheese Dash! Now,
I'm here.
by rules, we had to make your nameplate your actual name. Because you're writing articles and you're too fancy for us.
Oh, okay.
But we're still gonna call you Cheese Nips.
You can call me whatever you want.
Just don't call me late for dinner.
It's not late for dinner. It's heavyweight talk there.
Right.
You know Nips got a podcast, right?
Yeah.
Have you checked it out yet?
No.
MSU welterweights.
Yeah, man. You gotta start.
I have. It's with my roommate, and we like to make a lot of jokes about sports and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah. First episode, definitely watch that one. That was.
Yeah.
It's good.
I feel like every intro should be like weird like that.
Dude, we're trying to get like that. Yeah. I'm just gonna take like random clips that I like of like us going out and put at the beginning. That's like funny stuff. 100%. Like that. That's kind of my plan. It will be like a fun little thing on the welterweights channel. So definitely go subscribe to them. And obviously Woodward Sports too. But yeah.
100%. Yeah, the first episode. By the way, live on woodwardsports.com. woodwardsports.com. If you guys want to join the show, you can always call in. And we have the Woodward Sports chat. But first episode, they're talking about comments before the massacres, by the way. But I guess the one kid's like a Rutgers fan.
Yes, my roommate's the only Rutgers fan on the face of the planet Earth.
Yeah.
But they had the keep chopping first. So he said they should take Tough Coming and change it into, because Rutgers is RU, so are you coming? So.
Nonetheless, man, make sure you guys check out, man, Young
At
Nips.
least we're not Rutgers fans.
I think that, like,
I mean, Michigan State might lose to Rutgers this year.
Come on.
You think so?
It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me if we beat Ohio State. It wouldn't shock me if we lost to
It would
Rutgers.
shock me if we beat Ohio State.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like, it's basketball season.
It is. Keon Coleman needs to get on the court.
Keon's gonna. He's gonna get some more playing time this year.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Did Adam jinx the Michigan State Spartans?
He kind of didn't he? Like low key.
Yeah.
Like no offense, that like I love Adam.
No, for
it's
sure.
just like he joins this year and then we are kind of really bad.
Adam's all offense to Adam. It's his fault.
I mean, like, because he was a Michigan fan before.
Yeah.
And now he's not a State fan.
Yeah,
So he should go.
Maybe it's
should we tell him to go back?
It is espionage.
It is. Can you imagine he flips over to being back a Michigan fan?
Yeah.
And then they start losing.
Yeah.
They lose to Michigan. Yeah, we should tell them.
We should, yeah.
To be a Michigan fan the day before the Michigan State game.
100%.
And then, can you imagine if Michigan State beat Michigan? Like, the jokes would be endless.
It would be insane.
Well, dude, now that I'm thinking about it too, though.
It's Dana White.
Adam was high on the Tigers. That's not Dana White. That is not Dana White. And I tell you about mentioning on-camera stuff. But anyway, I was thinking about it.
Got it, so in the back.
Adam was high on the Tigers. If Adam's here, he's got to come and grab a mic somewhere, because Adam was high on the Tigers before the season started. He was talking about taking the over. I think it was like 80 games or 78 or something like that. Tigers blow.
Yeah.
Adam was high on the Lions. The Lions blow.
Yeah.
We gotta just.
He was low on BYU, and BYU came out and was a lot better this year. Like, it's just like random things.
He was low on BYU.
I just remember because when I came on,
Who was high on BYU? Let's be honest.
I remember Adam was a super
them.
spreader at the big house for the Ohio State game last year.
Was he?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't confess those things out there. I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Not to knowing.
Yeah, you do. You were trying to. I told you not to.
I know that. Who
was
you
he
are?
cheering for Ohio? Wait, was he cheering for Ohio State for the Michigan-Ohio State game?
No.
I don't know. I don't think so.
So it's not quite a trend. Now maybe you should just switch
but
over
maybe
to
it's
being
like once 2020 where 2022 started.
He should just be the fans of all our rivals for Detroit
100%.
sports. And then...
He said the Bears were going 0-17.
He did.
They started the season 2-1. 2-2 now.
Yeah.
He should be a Packers fan, like a White Sox fan. What else? Pistons, Celtics?
Nobody cares.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's really no rivalries in NBA.
No, not really. I mean, maybe Chicago and Pacers for us. I think would be the teams I'd pick. Yeah, just because the Malice to Palace was a thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Especially because the documentary too. The documentary was wild, bro. The way they painted the picture, like, yeah, Pacers were up and coming. They're gonna win a championship, but
these hooligans.
Yeah,
they always do
these
that,
hooligans in Detroit. Yeah.
Such a one-sided.
Yeah, it was.
That was wild.
Executive produced by Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah,
you can't let that happen.
Yeah, there's like a certain part of the documentary. He's like, yeah, I didn't hit anybody.
It's like we're doing a biopic on Isaiah Thomas. Executive produced by Michael Jordan. You can't do that. That doesn't work out.
Smart. Yeah, now I think about it. In the Malice to the Palace one, there was one part where he was just in the corner doing Bible study during the fight. Jermaine O'Neal.
He was giving his game check out to the homeless youth in Detroit. While Rasheed Wallace is trying to rip off Ron Artest's head for no reason. Like it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy how that went down. That is blasphemous. Jermaine O'Neal really came out on top of that one.
He's like, how can I improve my publicity? I'm going to make this documentary.
Yeah.
100%. Spinny, we're in a group chat with executives of Woodward Sports, and we have been told that, tune down the swear words, the curse words every now and then. However, this one I could say all day.
Yeah.
Because it's an actual name. Steve Ho-You-Fat is an actual name of an actual French basketball player. Do we have the graphic for that one? I don't know if I sent that one. That's the one I did not send, actually. I know I made it late.
Yeah, his name is Ho-You-Fat. And the guy called it. He was like, and Ho-You-Fat for 3. And he's like, yeah, I know what I just said. That is that man's name. Don't at me up.
Yeah, because like, as a broadcaster, like, you're prepping for that. You're going to be like,
it's like any team that had to play against Dick Butkus.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like,
Dick Butkus really took it to him there. Dick Butkus from behind.
Dick Butkus.
That's wild.
That is a wild one. And honestly,
if your last name's Butkus and you name your son Richard, you're
a horrible parent.
You're being a dick.
You're a PLS.
There's Jake Butt from Michigan.
I sent that to you.
Jake Butt, yeah.
Yeah, Jake Butt.
And he was a tight end. That was awesome.
General Booty with Oklahoma.
General Booty, yeah.
General Booty?
General Booty.
Yeah.
First name General, last name Booty.
Yeah.
General, yeah.
What? Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
What?
I think AJ,
that is crazy.
He got in last
AJ
game.
Feely has a cousin named Richard, so it's Dick Feely.
Damn, I almost said the word the executives asked us not to say. General Booty.
General Booty is an all-time name.
Right.
Wow. Why would you do that to someone? Do you just hate your kid before they're even born?
First name General.
Like the coldest Crawford.
That's kind of cool.
That was
cool,
cool, though.
An NIL deal from that.
Yeah.
So there is
Ho-You-Fat.
Ho-You-Fat.
Even the spaces, too.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
dude, that's definitely... it's got to be where he changed his last name.
Yeah, it has to be,
It has to be.
I don't think so.
It's got to be where he changed his last name and thought it was like good for publicity.
What last name has spaces?
And he's blowing up.
Yeah,
It's French, man.
Yeah, well,
There's no way. That's not a last
They do a
name.
bunch of weird shit in France.
That's not a last name.
Just use the initials or something,
Ha Clinton did.
Is he French?
We got to be big fans of France, bro. We got
is he French?
On the France.
He's French. Yes.
He's French.
He's
Hold on. He's on the French team. I don't know if we actually know that he's French.
Can we Google that? Because there's a lot of
his first name is Steve.
Like a lot of
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was
a lot of
you guys do the
former
homework on this.
like Michigan State player, like Cassius is overseas. Like they're
It is
all these
Steve
guys
with
will
2 E's.
Yeah.
Steve
Which does sound French as F.
Ho-You-Fat.
I
French is
guarantee
Elf.
that guy changed his last name.
Let's
Like
see.
he had to.
Yeah, bro. You
For
have the spaces
publicity.
in
We
it.
need this man's whole
Really, it's
government. What's
working.
his middle name?
He was born in French
Oh, yeah?
He was born in French.
French Revolution?
Guyana.
Okay.
Ghana?
No, not
What's
Ghana.
Sebast's last name?
It's
Look it up. What does that mean in French? Like, what does that mean?
Doesn't say.
That's a good point, too. Like,
Look
right?
it
It
up.
doesn't even
Google
translate to
translate
anything.
that.
There's
Spanish
no
too.
way it's going to translate to anything other than a fat hoe being fat. I just don't even.
Ho You Fat went viral due to his last name resembles an insulting slang phrase in English.
But he's got spaces, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Why
That
is
is
it
his,
like
that is his given. That is his birth
That's
name.
insane.
Dude.
Why would you do
He
that?
literally has a one.
Like the space,
he
look
has
at that.
a
The
two-sentence
spaces
word.
are between.
It's not even
those
apostrophes
words.
or
Like,
nothing.
No.
It's
Yeah.
clearly like
He's
that
got a
for
2-sentence
reason.
Wikipedia page, and it's Steve Ho You Fat,
It's
born
wild.
June
They
12,
probably just made
1988.
it. They honestly probably just made it yesterday.
No.
It's wild that
Yeah.
nobody
Oh,
like
yeah.
like knows the backstory on this. Yeah, what if it was the
Somebody's
team,
gonna do
the
some
equipment
digging.
manager and like the player? They're like, let's see if they like fall for this like type of thing.
I mean, no, it's dude.
They could. It'd just be like you could find out a couple days later. It
Yeah,
was a
he's
joke.
been
It's
playing
A1
professional
marketing.
basketball since 2008.
Wow.
Oh my god.
and like I get French. I mean, I don't get French. I would get it more if it was like, is this? This might be racist to say. I don't know. Cancel me if you have to. But I feel like that's more
Oh,
like an
boy.
Asian name. When I read it, like if I had to make it sound real, I'd be like, "Oh, you fat." You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Oh boy.
Because it doesn't sound French. Say it in a French accent.
Oh, you fat.
Yeah, oh, you fat. It doesn't even sound real. Like, oh, you fat. Sounds like way
Well,
more
he's
realistic,
from-
no?
My God.
He was born in Africa. It's a French province.
His mom got a fatty. That's what happened there.
No.
That's, yeah, that,
What's his
there's a
girlfriend
backstory we're
look
missing
like?
here. There's a backstory we're missing.
Dude, we gotta figure this out. We gotta make some phone
No pun
calls and
intended,
stuff.
backstory. Ha, ha, ha.
Let's get him on the show. Get him on
He
the
was
show.
born in a French province. A French province of Africa.
That's a French ass name. I like that.
I feel like a lot.
Oh, you fat.
I feel like a lot of people are gonna start hitting him up now. I feel like his DMs.
I
are
would
full
buy
of
that
it.
jersey. I would buy a Ho
It's
You
probably
Fat
gonna be like,
jersey.
yeah,
Is this a real one? Jake Wagner in the Woodward Sports Chat says Rusty Cunts.
yes,
Yes.
yeah. That's
Oh my
former
God.
Tiger. Former
Yeah,
Tiger. He's
yeah.
The Royals' first base coach. I got his autograph. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real.
Yep.
General Booty.
General Booty's a good one.
That's
Jeez.
perhaps Sus's alley.
Not at all.
Sus likes that one.
I
These are
like
wild.
Sarah's.
French New Ghana? Is that the one you? Is,
I don't know how to say it. It's
I think that's how you
Just
say
like
it.
a whole list.
G-U-I-A-N-A.
We got
Like
Anthony.
24/7 or something like that will come out with the
It's
best
spelled
names
G-U-I-A-N.
of recruits coming into this like
Yeah.
freshman class or whatever.
It sounds like a Key and Peele skit.
Yeah,
It does.
It does.
It does.
It does.
Doesn't
And
it?
like, you
Peele
know,
McCringleberry.
you remember like 2K, if you do like the franchise mode and they like those auto-generated draft classes, they have like just random names.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson and Victor Wembanyama are like 2K generated
They
draft
are.
classes for
They
sure.
are. You're right.
Scoot Henderson. Like,
Scoot Henderson sounds like a fake name for sure.
yeah, for sure, bro. I don't
I feel like,
even.
no, it's
these
gonna
are
be a
wild.
nickname though that you change it into, right? Like, you know how like guys.
No,
would
his
do
name
that?
is Scoot.
It's his birth given name is
Yes.
Scoot.
Yes.
Dude,
Scoot.
Scoot.
Who are these?
I'm
moms?
nervous to like read these names in the Woodward chat because I don't know if they're real or not, but there's some wild ones going on here.
I don't.
Sound Cat Kayak in the Woodward Sports chat says Buster Hyman. Don't know.
That is not true.
No, that's
No, that is not
real,
it.
man.
It's,
Mo
if it's
from
real,
The
then
Simpsons in the Woodward Sports chat says, I'm just kidding.
Easy.
Bart
yeah,
Simpson in the Woodward Sports chat says Jim Stocks. Mike Oxbig. Yeah, that was a wild one. That was a wild one. We got paid some bills. I might have got us in trouble.
I can't believe his first name's Steve.
What's like an extra E? So it's like Steve.
Who you fat?
Steve, who you fat?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But
Who you fat?
what isn't wild is if you're looking to buy or sell your home, there's only one place you can go, and that is Michael Phillips. Whether you're a player or a fan, helping you buy, sell, or invest is Michael Phillips' top priority. Being in the game for 23 years makes Mike the #1 option for anyone. If you have real estate needs, call Michael Phillips at 313-403-0011. Michael Phillips, game on. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Life is full of hard choices. We're here to make one of life's biggest decisions as simple as possible. My name is Christina Gennari, and for over 20 years, I've helped hundreds of families buy and sell homes. We cover all of Metro Detroit and more, from large luxury homes to starter homes. We will work hard to make sure that you get the home of your dreams. So if you're in the market today or even thinking about buying or selling in the future, make the obvious choice. Christina Gennari, the obvious choice in real estate. Visit us at soldchristina.com today.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991? Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
Get a shot up. This is for the win.
All of Detroit's sports teams live on Woodward. All of Detroit's sports coverage lives on Woodward Sports. Driving the best in Detroit sports coverage.
Welcome back to
the official meat supplier of Woodward Sports Network.
Just kidding.
All you have to do is call 248-682-COWS. Yeah, that's 248-682-COWS. Or order online at thebutcherysl.com with shipping included for Woodward Sports customers. The Butchery, meats, eats, and treats. Sandwiches to die for. Wagyu meats and artisan breads inspired by legend Chef Dave. Chef Dave is the man, by the way.
He's the man.
Only the best of the best for meat-loving customers. An old-school butcher shop with a new-school perspective. Go check them out.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm Mike Oxbig. That's my man, Jim Sox. We got Young Sus in the TD booth. JB Smooth, the 1s and 2s. I'm just called you Young Sus. Cheese nips. We don't see you around enough, man.
Yeah.
I just forgot your name completely.
I don't see you around enough. Where you been?
Here. JB, man, you were silent during that topic. I'm maybe trying to avoid getting canceled, but where you at with the names?
There's a lot of names in the chat that I've heard before, but I don't know if they're like really true or not. But I would definitely get a Ho You Fat jersey.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, get a Ho You Fat jersey.
JB's already got like all the unique jerseys too. Like yesterday, he wore the Blue Mountain State jersey. Like I could definitely see JB rocking the Ho You Fat jersey. The the names in this chat, man. You ever watch like Michael Bisping, the former MMA fighter, former middleweight champ? He goes like live every once in a while, like from his YouTube page, and they'll do that to him in the comment section. Like, hey, did you hear about this fighter? Like, what do you think? And he'll say like on air. Like,
did you see McGregor like got into it with him, and then he apologized, said he was acting or whatever?
Yeah, that was funny
Twitter,
as hell.
You can go. He's like, oh, sorry, Michael, I was actually acting. I didn't know if you knew that. It was like weird, but.
Yeah, no, Connor's always on some wild stuff on Twitter, man.
What is
Jared Goff's not a weird name, but if you say it fast enough, it does get pretty weird.
Jared Goff.
Follow the Buzzards.
How often do you Jared Goff?
A lot.
Follow.
What are you trying to sound out over there?
Follow
today, Junior.
Follow the Buzzards.
Is that a name?
I don't know. This was Steve O'Baby in the WoodwardSports.com chat told me to say it.
Okay.
All right.
Comment in the chat if there's something Spencer should say out loud.
No, don't. Please don't. All right, guys, on to some sports talk, all right? That's what we do here at Woodward Sports. Woodward Sports Network, right? Yeah. Some breaking news that I'm seeing in the Woodward Sports chat and on the Twitter sphere is that Mohamed Sanu, veteran wide receiver, visiting the Detroit Lions today. Now,
guess where he went to college?
Rutgers. Are you coming?
Rutgers.
Nonetheless.
Dude, I hate you so much.
Guess what his favorite food is?
Pasta.
Now, this could be like brushed off as nothing, but in the context of like the Detroit Lions situation, you guys know I'm all about context from yesterday. But know that Amon-Ra St. Brown's hurt. We don't know how long he's out for. DJ Chark wasn't active last week. I think he's back to practice today, though. We just signed Tom Kennedy officially to the roster. Now we're bringing in Mohamed Sanu. Are you concerned about Amon-Ra St. Brown's return? Should we be like kind of freaking out a little bit?
I am a little bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie.
Because that's weird. Like
adding these depth pieces. I know they already added another wide receiver to their practice squad. I can't remember who it is. Yeah, you talked about they signed Tom Kennedy to the main roster. Now they bring in Mohamed Sanu for a workout or a meeting or whatever that is. And it is pretty scary. Like, it is pretty scary. You know, Mohamed Sanu is not some
to a
baller.
Japanese steakhouse.
He's been in the league for a while. You know, he was in the league for about 8 years. Put up almost 5,000 yards, 4,871 yards, 27 touchdowns. Like, not bad stats at all. He's definitely, and he's a gadget play guy. Like, I know he's got one of the best completion percentages out of like receivers. So maybe they're using him for that. Maybe they're just going to have him and Tom Kennedy throwing balls back and forth to each other. But it's I'm not worried. I'm not going to say I'm worried. I think they would come out and tell us if Amon-Ra St. Brown was dealing with something serious. So I'm not going to dive into it too far.
I mean, I listened to the press today. They didn't ask Dan Campbell specifically about it. So if you didn't ask, he doesn't have a reason to tell. But sometimes Dan Campbell does just tell, to be fair. He puts...
Yeah, man. Amon-Ra's going to be out for a month. He would. I feel like he would.
Yeah, he would.
He would say something like that.
But I just is that not a little sketchy? Just knowing that, by the way, I just traded for him in fantasy too. If he's out for the rest of the season, I'm gonna be mad.
He's not gonna be out for the rest of the season, man. I think
why is Mohamed Sanu here visiting? We just put up 45 points with the FedEx workers we already had. Yeah. Why do we need Mohamed Sanu? And Jamison Williams coming back. By the way, further than I thought. They said Dan Campbell hinted today it'd probably be more so after the bye week, which sucks, but
I mean, yeah, that's what I figured.
It's kind of what you were on target with, yeah. But no, why? We literally just put up 45. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's got to be out long term.
Well, why is Cephas got hurt?
He's not a kick returner.
Cephas got hurt.
Oh, Cephas did get hurt.
Yeah.
That's correct. But they just signed Tom Kennedy full-time, too, though.
He used to be a quarterback.
He loves Popeye's chicken.
He did. That's like the one thing. Every time he throws a touchdown, they're like, "Oh my God, Mohamed Sanu used to be a quarterback." And
it's like that John Anik. Both of these fighters have dealt with custody.
Yeah, you're right.
When I heard, I was like, "Ain't no way he just did that, John. No, he did not just." That has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah, but Cephas is out. Shark is still.
So they're known for fighting.
When Rogan commented on the two fighters' shorts, remember that?
Yeah.
What do you say?
He was like, that was before John Anik. It was I can't remember the other guy's name, but he was like somebody in the black trunks and this guy in the white trunks. And Joe Rogan was like, or black guy him, white guy him.
Oh my God!
And the guy was like, that was Joe Rogan who said that.
He said, watch it.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh, man. No, Owens like insiders like Miss Lippy's car is green.
Yeah. But back to
Billy likes snack packs.
Back to the point at hand, without stupid insider questions from Owen. Like we said, Quintez Cephas did go out in the last game. DJ Chark
played football in high school. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Huh?
What were you saying?
I don't know.
What?
I don't remember. I think we were talking about something that had to do with the Lions.
This is scary. We were just talking about the CT stuff. You just did that.
DJ Chark.
Did you hear the computer restarting sound from Spencer just now? What was that? DJ Chark back in practice today, though. So even with Quintez Cephas being hurt, that's like I don't know, man. It's a sketchy situation for myself, at least. JB, are you sketched out?
I mean, I'm a little worried just because it's Wednesday. Of course, Dan Campbell had his press conference, and there's a ton of guys out. There's Swift, Amon-Ra, of course, Cephas is just probably done. And then you're signing Tom Kennedy and a random kicker. I don't even know who it is really, but yeah, I'm a little concerned, especially with Sanu joining to take a look at the team today. So I would probably be worried right now. I think you might see Amon-Ra at least sit out maybe 2 weeks, if anything.
I'm just confused by it. And this segment was initially supposed to be Pistons, but it's cool because we get to save that part to talk with the former Detroit Pistons beat right now. The editor of Detroit News, our guy Rob Beard, joined the show talking about the Detroit Pistons' first preseason game last night. We got to see Jaden Ivey, Kay Cunningham in action. We were talking about how you guys felt about the situation because it wasn't the prettiest. It's funny too because yesterday we were like all kind of talking our age, like, yeah, they could be better than the Knicks. And come out and lose by 20 points to the Knicks that same day. But yeah, I guess I'm not going to overlook or overreact to the Mohamed Sanu stuff until we hear some more information. Because I mean, DJ Chark practiced today. Kennedy signed on. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just wanted to shift to the basketball vibes a little bit. Epic in the Woodward Sports chat. Yeah,
there we go.
CTE flaring up.
Yeah. It's weird. I just kept trying to talk and kept getting interrupted. So, yeah, we can just keep talking about someone's favorite food or John Anik quotes.
Tom Brady. We didn't talk about that. Tom Brady.
Married to the game. We can say that one before the end, though, man, because this topic went all everywhere. I mean, we could talk about it if you guys want. There's reportedly Tom Brady and Giselle have gotten some divorce lawyers, but I'm still laughing at the comments on Spenny shutdown. I'm sorry.
I was trying to talk, and you guys
crazy.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, and then Lions, we're talking. Okay,
that's literally what you do.
Just keep finishing. Just keep going.
I'll be doing an ad read, and you're like, "Got me!"
Yeah, it's part of it.
No, I have ADD too, friend. I gotta read. You can't do it when you're screaming at me. Hold long phone. Mike G in the Woodward Sports Chat says. Nonetheless, I guess I can't.
What is going on today, dude? What is this show?
I'm sorry, my partner just shut down.
You're not. I mean, we're not talking about anything. We're not talking about anything.
We stopped talking. We're like, go ahead, finish your sentence, Spencer. You're like,
sentences.
I got nothing.
Hold on,
I just forgot.
War bonds. Planet Fitness. Here it is. Planet Fitness is offering a special $1 down and $10 a month from now until October 14th, so act fast.
Academy.
Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. And Woodward Sports will be broadcasting live from Planet Fitness on Ryan Road in Sterling Heights all day on Wednesday, October 26th. Win prizes like Michigan versus MSU tickets and a free one-year Black Card membership. Signed Darren McCarty jersey, a signed Braylon Edwards jersey, and even possibly a signed Ho You Fat jersey. So come check it out. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
When you need apparel, there's only one place to go. Big Frog in Novi. With no setup fees, no artwork fees, no minimum, and a 24-hour turnaround, you can have your whole team outfitted in no time. Embroidery, direct-to-garment, vinyl, and screen printing, Big Frog has it all in all the styles you want. So whether it's a sports team, fundraiser, school event, or corporate needs, Big Frog is your one-stop destination. Visit bigfrog.com/Novi or call 844-4-BIG-FROG.
OddsTrade.com's #1 site for your game day bets. Play-by-play updates, live scores, and the best price on every game from multiple sports books. Guys, I tell you this every single day, Monday through Friday. If you're spending your money, if you're not using OddsTrade.com right now, it's not a paid service. It's for the free. OddsTrade.com right now. Check them out for your best bet.
Check it out.
Check it out. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We got Young Sus in the TD booth, JB Smooth the 1s and 2s, and Nips causing trouble as always every Wednesday. But we are also joined shortly by a special guest of the Detroit News, Rod Beard. Do we have him actually, or?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay. Well, to warm it up, I tried to ask you before the break. I figured we did, because you're like, let's try there in 2 seconds.
I did.
Pistons played their first preseason game last night. I'm not going to say it wasn't pretty. It's preseason. I don't want to have too many takeaways. It's a preseason game. But we were talking 36, 30 wins. The last night change your opinion on that at all, Spinny?
No. I'm going to stick with my guns. I think, obviously Alec Burks didn't play. He's still dealing with an injury. We didn't see any Homie time. Corey Joseph was on the floor, which made me physically ill. But it was all right. I mean, Cade and Sadiq started off really slow. They had 13 turnovers in the first half, which is not something that you can do and expect to win a ball game. So I think they'll get better. I think they'll be fine when the season starts.
Yeah, I actually get to look at Killian's turnovers. I saw Cade's, and to start the game off, Cade had a couple of sloppy turnovers. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he was just getting in the rhythm. I also noticed there was a couple of times, and I was kind of pooping on this guy yesterday, and I can't think it was Jalen Brunson.
Yeah,
stripped the ball from him on a layup. I don't know, man. It just didn't start how you wanted him to, as much as we were hyping him. But again, it's preseason. I'm never going to trip over that. But I will say, Jaden Ivey, and we have a graphic for this one. Mm-hmm. Impressed. And I'm not saying it in terms of like I didn't think he'd be able to do these things, like was never capable of doing these things, but the 0 turnovers in his first NBA preseason game, pretty impressive because that was like something on scouting report for him. But this is Jaden Ivey's comments after the game. He said, "We didn't win, so I don't think my performance was good enough. I feel like I didn't do my part. We didn't win. I didn't do something on the court that impacted winning." And that's facts. I mean, that's what I want to hear. That's my whole concern. Like, and draft. I want to reiterate this too. As much as I've been painted as like the Jaden Ivey basher, I've never said he wasn't going to be a good player. I just didn't like the fit per se. I always said I think Jaden Ivey would be better as Jaden Ivey and you know what I'm saying, the Rockettes or wherever the hell you want to do it. But he's
a David Ruffin. He needs the
That's
Temptations.
What I was looking for. Thank you.
Him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Jaden Ivey and the Temptations. But last night, I mean, he impressed me. The 6 assists. And I think what impressed me the most, honestly, though, was like his pace and control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's something that you didn't see on the scouting report. That's something you didn't see, for me at least. Oh, the kid with his shirt off walking around, that just tripped me out a little bit there, too. Hold on, you might catch on the camera.
Dude, what is happening today? I'm so confused. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone right now. Oh, you fat, shirtless little kid. Like,
Tricks right now, there is a glitch.
Honestly, there's a glitch in the Matrix. It's very confusing.
Spencer, what are you talking about? None of that even happened. I'm just kidding. No, but no, honestly, back to Jaden Ivey. His pace and control, I was impressed with. That's something. Again, like going to the scouting report, it was said that he'd be sometimes a bit chaotic, a bit sporadic. He had a couple turnovers. It was like questionable turnovers too. But last night, I always knew he had speed within the game, and I was always impressed with how well he could control the ball at that speed. But like the decision making too, like when to go to the rack, when to pass the ball, getting those 6 assists too. And maybe I don't know if this is like a weird thing to say. Can I credit Cade for that? Is it too early to do that? Like, having played with him all this summer, because that was nothing on his scouting report beforehand. It was like quite the opposite. Mm-hmm. And Cade's a guy who, you know what I'm saying, controls the pace of the game and all that other good stuff. Like, is that what we're seeing? Or is he just developing as a player all around?
I don't think I'm going to give Cade credit to that just yet. I think that might be
it feels early to say it, but like,
I think that might be a little premature. I think it's going to be, you know, I would give more credit to Dwayne Casey and the coaching staff of the Pistons than I would Cade Cunningham, but yeah, it might help a little bit. Things I were impressed with last night.
Saw some defense out of him, too.
Yeah, we saw some defense out of him. He shot 6 of 9 from the field. Like, that was good. He shot, you know, he hit his only three-pointer that he attempted, so that was good. Jalen Duren. The dude had 14 rebounds.
Monster.
In 24 minutes. Like, he was out there pushing people around, getting boards. Hartenstein dived at his legs one time to try to get a loose ball.
Oh,
I got pretty salty. I was like, I saw on tweet. I was like, Hartenstein dives his legs like that again. I'm gonna fly to New York. I'm gonna drop his ass. It pissed me off. But you know, Duren looked good. Duren looked like he's gonna be a starter like sooner than later. Like the guy looks like he's ready already. Greg Kelser compared his rebounding ability. Like he was like, I've made this comment about 2 people already in this franchise who I've seen, you know, very early and said they're going to be rebounding machines. And he's like, and that's Dennis Rodman and Andre Drummond. And so he's comparing Jalen Duren to that level of rebounding already. So that's very impressive. I loved what I saw out of Jalen Duren. I loved what I saw out of other people. And, yeah, like you said, Ivy looked good. He looked in control. He wasn't scared to take it to the hole on a guy like Mitchell Robinson, who is known for being a rim protector. So I was impressed with what I saw out of the young Pistons. And Killian, man. Killian stepped up a little bit. Killian was scoring the basketball with confidence. He was getting into his dribble moves. He was finishing at the rim with confidence. He still is scared to use his right hand for some reason, but he had some nice moves. He had some nice moves I was impressed with.
Yeah, to the point of Jalen Duren, like 18 or 19? Is he
18. He'll be 19 in
that was like a concern, right? Like, is he ready to play at the pro level? He is the youngest guy. I mean, obviously muscled and, you know, was a grown man at the college level. Grabbed 14 boards last night. And I didn't get to watch much of the second half because I was editing our Instagram clip. But, like, were any of those against Mitchell Robinson? Like, No,
he didn't come in until later.
I did notice
he came in with Marvin Bagley. It was a lot against like Hartenstein and stuff.
Yeah, I saw Jack Kelly post on Twitter the spacing with Marvin Bagley and Jalen Duren weren't the prettiest.
No.
Which I did want to ask you guys too about the lineup, but I'm also not tripping either because I know that Noel's doing his OG. The vets get time off preseason. Yeah. He's probably getting reconditioned and all that good stuff too. So what are your initial takeaways?
The one thing I wanted to say when you guys were talking about where Jaden Ivey learned his game from, it's obviously the weekend with Russell Westbrook, guys. Let's not overthink this.
Gracious.
Let's not overthink this. But no, I was very impressed with everything you guys said about Jaden because that was my impressions. The fact that he was comfortable and in control and decision making. That's the thing that I keep going back to with him, and that's where his biggest growth is going to have to come, and that is with his decision making. Making the right reads, knowing when to attack, knowing when to slow down, knowing when to just be off ball cutting. All of those things take instinct and time. And for him to show those already, again, I think you have to give credit to Dwayne Casey and to Jaden Ivey himself. He probably has put in a lot of work on the film end because the decision making that's really improved with reps on the court and film room. And with the season just starting, you have to assume that he's been in the film room, and that's what you love to see. So he looked great. Duren looked great, and Duren last night showed me exactly why. Like, obviously, Ivey's a better player than Duren, but why I was more excited about Duren is because of that, because of what he can do, how young he is, how he fits with Cade Cunningham. And that was just it was overall like you can't take away like a score from a preseason game. Those things are so up and down. You can't really it's like that first Lions preseason game that we watched live here on the show, and that was fun. But we saw one drive with the starters and that was it. So I'm not tripping about the score at all.
Yeah, they're straight like 5-for-5 swaps. I noticed like during the sub, and then obviously that's right when we started losing. OG Corey Joseph got in the game, and I've never been like abusive towards him like you or my guy Everything King. But last night I felt every bit of that. Can we get a new link for him, Sus? Maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
When guys are healthy, when people are doing different things, Corey Joseph isn't going to be getting those minutes. That's going to be Alec Burks. That's going to be Hamidou Diallo. So I'm not worried about that. Corey Joseph should average 2 minutes for this team a night.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess some of it too. I don't know if it was you who called me down about it, or if it was maybe it was JB. Maybe said this might change when Allen Burks comes back as well. How'd you feel about that game last night, JB?
Not too bad. I mean, like you all said, it's a preseason game, so we're not taking a whole bunch away from it. I do see a lot of areas where they need to improve, especially on the turnovers. As Spenny said, we had like 21 turnovers, I believe. Mm-hmm. Also, shooting the ball from three, I think we were 13 for 42 as a team, which is just god-awful terrible.
Yikes.
And Sadiq Bey, I don't even know what he was doing out there. 1 for 8. You missed all those threes that you had. I mean, you had 0 handles out there, man. What are you doing? The bright spots, I can say, is definitely Jaden Ivey. He has a nice, quick first step. And also Jalen Duren as well. My man is aggressive on those boards out there. Only ended with 2 points. He could have had a little bit more if Killian and Jaden were passing the ball to him a little quicker inside. But it all comes with time. So,
Yeah, that's one thing is like you want to be, or actually, at least I'm like very impressed with or like happy about. The takeaway is him grabbing those 14 boards. At age 18, he's a lot. And we were maybe afraid that we had to wait for him to get some PT until he's actually ready. I feel like he might be ready. Maybe get a little bit of sloppiness. But by the way, Flannel Sam, he's not here today. But when he compared him to Rudy Gobert earlier, I don't care how many DPOIs that man has. No.
Yeah.
No. If I compare him to anybody, and this is a jump, but for me initially when he got drafted, just because of the age too, Dwight Howard was my initial pro comp. I heard some people in the chat during BDE, and I read. I didn't get to see much of it because I was chilling with Bryson, but Andre Drummond, expect him to have a rookie year similar to Andre Drummond's or better than Andre Drummond's. Mm-hmm. But I could definitely see better, especially with Cade. What up, Sus?
Yeah, I was just going to say that his draft comps coming in were Andre Drummond and DeAndre Jordan, but Dwayne Casey compared him to Sean Kemp.
Yeah, I do remember Dwayne Casey saying that.
There was that as well. And I've also heard thrown around Robert Williams meets a little bit of Bam Adebayo because he is good with passing and he does show a little bit of promise as a shooter.
He showed his switchability last night too, which I was really impressed.
That's what I was going to get to, yeah.
Well, he was moving his feet very well. He was staying out there on quickly in different guards like that. in rotation. So that was very impressive. For a guy that big, that athletic, to be able to move your feet like that and stay out on a guard is very promising, especially in this league where everything's getting switched. There's a lot of ball action, screens like that. So you need a big man to be able to switch like that, and it was impressive.
And one thing I like about him, too, is, and this sounds corny, this isn't like an attribute that you can put on a stat sheet or measure from year to year, but he got that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? Jalen's got that dog in him. And at 18, again, just going out there last night, getting those 14 boards. Andre Drummond's rookie year numbers 7-7, by the way. But I don't know. I'm excited. He's promising. He's athletic, and the switchability, like you said too. Like I saw that was the defense all night. Everybody just kept switching, but he's athletic enough to stay with the guards. He's not. That's why, like when the Rudy Gobert comp that Sam had earlier. Rudy Gobert's stiff. He's stiff as a board, if you will. So I was like, no, I don't see that.
I hate Rudy Gobert.
That too. You've also helped me hate Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
And honestly, last year's playoffs too.
I'm glad. I'm glad you joined my side of things.
He just wasn't there.
Rudy Gobert's on my all hate team.
Victor Wembanyama's son.
Like Bug Nasty's all hate list. Rudy Gobert's up there. It's like Rudy Gobert, Kyle Anderson, Karl Anthony Towns, Patrick Beverly.
Corey Joseph,
yeah, Ben Simmons.
Is it because he shut down the NBA?
No, it's because he cried when he didn't make the All-Star team. That's a big part of it.
It gave the NBA COVID and shut it down.
So why don't you tell the people about Chili Peppers tanning?
Okay, Chili Peppers tan. Let's do this. Hi, everyone. I'm Chris, and I'm here to tell you about Chili Peppers tanning, where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Spotless, sanitized rooms, trained professionals. Join the club. Join the Pepper Club for all the best deals. They'll beat all competitors by $5.
$5?
There we go, $5. Don't forget to pick up Australian Gold, Designer Skin, Cal Tan, Swedish Beauty, lotions. Chili Peppers Tan, the hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tan, 27 locations and more coming. And also, make sure you ask about getting an airbrush tan at your local Chili Peppers. These are the Woodward heavyweights. This was my second time doing it. I feel like I'm improving. We'll be back.
For a limited time only, all new burgers and loaded fries at Big Boy. It's not a Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease. Guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, nacho fries, what will it be? Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Rex.
What up, though?
Your young sus in the TD booth, JB Smooth on the 1 to 2s, and working to get us Rod Beard because I do want to ask him the same question I'm getting ready to ask you guys, and feel free to answer this question yourself in the Woodward Sports chat, live on woodwardsports.com as always. But last night, another reason why some of us missed the second half of that Pistons game is Victor.
Oh, you fat.
Ho You Fat was playing. No, Victor Wembanyama, the perceived number 1 overall pick in next year's NBA draft, was going against the perceived 2nd overall pick in Scoot Henderson on national television. And here's the stat lineups because it delivered. Victor Wembanyama, I had to start saying his name correctly, by the way. I mean, not that I didn't respect him before, but damn. He 37 points last night, 7 of 11 from 3. A 7'2", and he was taking the ball
7'5".
7'5"?
Yeah.
7'5".
When I hit that, I saw 7'4" last night, and I hit the Google machine. It said 7'2", 7'5".
Yeah, there's a picture of him standing next to Zach Edey, and he's like an inch taller than him. And Zach Edey's listed at 7'4".
Lord, man. 7 of 11 from 3, bro, at that height. And not only that, he's not like your unicorn or whatever, you know what I'm saying, your guy Porzingis. No, he takes the ball off the court.
I'm jealous
he's
of that
making
neck,
dribble
though.
moves.
Look at that.
Oh, my gosh, bro. You just...
Dude, yeah, you gotta mute him. You gotta mute him.
I just feel bad though too a little bit for Scoot, because like Scoot obviously had a big performance too, and if I'm not mistaken, he won, and like you just completely forgot about him because of the freak show that is Victor Wembanyama. It's just it was nuts. It was insane. Do you have there's a photo? Oh, what were you gonna say?
Well, I was gonna say Scoot. It is a nickname. His first name's Sterling. Sterling okay. Scoot Henderson.
Okay.
And he played basketball in high school.
I hate you so much.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to get that out there. I just wanted to.
His nickname. That's fair. No, that's fair. But yeah, dude, the guy Wembanyama is nuts. I saw, shout out Kukulin on Twitter. He's
Cuckoo. Look at that big toe, bro. Honestly, I have no rhyme or reason why I put the toe picture in there.
That? Why?
It's just a freak show, bro. Look at that.
Why did you put
Why is this big toe so big?
That is disgusting, dude.
Easy, you like feet, don't you?
Yeah, bro.
I'm not a foot guy.
Hey,
I do have a question for foot guys, though. Is that
right?
But hold on, put that back up, though, because I do want to go to the...
You want to go back to it?
Yeah.
He wants to go back to it.
Yes, go back to it, because there's another photo in there. This is on Scoop, by the way.
One?
Bro, look at that. Look at the reach.
I can't get the feet, man.
Yeah, but you couldn't have just put them on yourself.
You had to add that.
Dude, that is
I had to add
Sus, I sent a picture in Slack.
Okay.
Is that your feet?
To show his true height. No, my feet, I got pretty feet. They're just a little hairy. But, so, this guy, Wembanyama, is literally something like out of a basketball create-your-own player.
Yeah.
Like, he's legitimately 7'5".
Well, that's the messed up part.
He can shoot from anywhere.
2K my player.
He can dribble anything.
Yeah.
He's a great rim defender, but I just think he's going to break. Like, I know it's bad to say that, but, like,
probably will.
Look what happened to Chet. Look what happened, it's... People aren't supposed to be that big and move laterally like that. And this is a picture of Victor Wembanyama in the middle. Standing to his right is Zach Edey, who is a center. He's listed at 7'4". And then we've got Chet Holmgren all the way to the left, who's
like
listed at 7 foot. And Jaden Ivey standing in between the two of them. Look at that, dude. That is insane.
The other thing, too, is some people on Twitter were like, I don't understand why there are all concerns about Chet, or there's no concerns about Wembanyama. And, like...
That's a good question. I mean...
I think Wembanyama moves, like, more fluid.
Yeah, way
He's
more.
At least 20 pounds heavier per Google. He's 5 inches taller. Like,
he better be 20 pounds heavier if he's 5 inches taller.
Yeah. But he just looks like a more fluid athlete. He looks like he's got... If you go back to that picture real quick, too, if you can. Just even look at the...
Not the foot one, right?
No, not the foot one.
No, we're done with that.
I'm not trying to point out the foot, though. I'm trying to point out the fact that he's reaching and slapping the basketball. But just even like the shoulder like width. You know what I'm saying? Like when people try and compare Chet to Giannis and AD, I'm like, no, because Chet he has no shoulders.
Yeah.
Where like Wembanyama, Giannis, you say at least at the build, you know what I'm saying, it looks like they could have put on some muscle. Chet doesn't have like the build where he looks like he could put on weight.
Chet reminds me of JP from
Hey Arnold?
No, JP from Grandma's Boy. You know, please sit on my face, like the robot guy who's going like that's who Chet reminds me of. Yeah, Victor does seem like more fluid of an athlete. I saw some tweets out there saying like if there wasn't a lottery, we might see the first 2-win team in the history of the NBA this year because like everybody wants a piece of this guy. Yeah. I know Eazy wants his feet, but I know NBA players want him for his versatility and his height. And I expect Greg Popovich is gonna do his damnedest to try to get those top lottery odds. I'll tell you that right now.
Absolutely.
What? Cheese nips.
He likes feet.
Wembanyama likes feet. No,
he's probably looking at feet pics right now.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pulling up an actual pretty funny picture because you said that Chet looks like a certain somebody, and it reminded me of. Remember Hey Arnold? Did you ever watch Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
You know that guy Stinky?
Yeah.
The tall, skinny white kid. Yeah. That's what Chet looks like. But back to Wembanyama. A couple months back, or a month or so back, before we went on the main network, we did the Path A, Path B test. Would you rather tank for Wembanyama or make the play-in? And I was all for tank for Wembanyama. After actually seeing him like live in action against like other NBA prospects and former NBA players, how you guys feel? How you feeling, Sus?
Listen, I'm still with Path B. Absolutely, you have to be.
Wow.
Like Victor is incredible. He is everything that you hyped him up to be. Like, and I'm not saying you specifically. Like, everyone in general hyped him up to be good, and he is that good. And I have no doubts about his durability. I mean, he'll probably get hurt a bit just because of his frame, but I don't think he's as concerning as Kristaps, as Chet, as the other people that are that hype because of the way. It's the way he moves and how he's built, you know. So I think he's excellent, and he's definitely an awesome player. But if you look at the lottery, if you are the worst record in the league, you have an 86% chance that you don't get the first pick. So you're telling me that if the Pistons are 9th in the draft lottery, if the Pistons are just 9th, which is just missed the play-in, kind of where we expected last year, a 30-win team was about 9th in the 8th or 9th in the draft lottery odds. You're telling me that person has a 6% chance at getting the number 1 pick, and the person that's the worst record in the league, that's an absolute dumpster fire, that all developmental growth is stunted, all of that is only 8% more. So you're willing to sacrifice an entire season of development for Cade, Ivy, Duren, all of that, just for an 8% more chance of getting this guy? No, I'd rather play it out, try to teach winning habits, try to let these guys develop and be the best they can be, and create a winning culture, and hopefully get lucky and get him. It's not worth 8%. It's not worth throwing away a season for 8%.
It's not. I agree. I think, hopefully we can go the Pelicans route.
Yeah, they were 9. That's why I brought them up.
Yeah, B9, and they end up getting Zion, and then Michael Gentry gets fired. But,
Wait, what?
And then we go forward.
We have a Michael Gentry.
Yeah, not our Michael Gentry.
Yeah, so you said that. I was like,
isn't it? No, Alvin Gentry.
Alvin Gentry. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, Alvin Gentry gets fired after celebrating like crazy for getting Zion. But that would be obviously the best case scenario. Is they are the 9 seed, they contest for the play-in, and they miraculously get that number 1 overall pick and get, Wanna Bang Your Mama and bring him into Detroit. That would be nice. I'm with Sus. Someone in the Woodward Sports chat said Sus is the Iggy Azalea of Woodward Sports Network. I don't know what that means. But
I don't even know what that means, fam. Hey, yo.
That one guy that called on Sway when Sway had Iggy Azalea on.
What? What are you saying?
When Sway had Iggy Azalea on the show and she freestyled and some dude called
You're right.
Yo, that was trash, bro. Get that out the airways.
Yeah.
No, we can't, like Sus said, sacrifice a year of development of Jaden Ivey, of Cade Cunningham, of Sadiq Bey, of Killian Hayes to just try for an 8% more chance to get Wanna Bang Your Mama. I don't think it's worth it. I think we need to go out there. We need to play these games like we're trying to win. We need to go out there and give everything we can. Like Chris said, instill winning thoughts, instill winning habits into these guys, rather than try to tank it all for Wembanyama. I don't get me wrong, I love Wembanyama. If it was a 70% chance that you get the number 1 pick, if you lose this many games, I'd say do it. But because it's like a 13% chance,
it's 86% chance you don't get the pick.
I don't know if it's worth it.
There's a 80% chance.
86% chance you don't get the first pick if
even
you
if you're
have
bottom
the
3.
best lottery odds.
That's wild.
Yeah, literally worst record in the league. Worst record in the league. You're an absolute dumpster fire. There's an 86% chance you don't get the number 1 overall pick. It's not worth it.
Did you get that picture I sent on the Slack?
I'll look now.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. I mean, 7 of 11 from 3, my guy.
It's impressive,
7
man.
7'5".
7-11 from 3. He had 5 blocks. He shot 11 of 20 from the floor, 37 points. That stuff's very impressive for sure. He's definitely a difference maker.
Even just the way watching him bring the ball up the court, I was like,
I am a
what
little
am I
worried
watching
about
right now?
his potential to get injured, though.
Yeah.
I feel like he's going to break. I don't know how you could just be like, he won't. This one guy, he's not going to get injured. I don't get that as much. But again, you don't draft players on fear. You don't hold because anybody can get injured. So there's that. But
He's just.
But guys like that, just humans aren't supposed to be that big.
Here you go, Spinny.
This is what Chet Holmgren reminds me of. also Young Sons.
Throw mine in there too. Yeah. Also Young Sons.
Okay,
I don't know if you guys haven't seen Grandma's Boy. It's a fantastic movie.
The other thing, gosh dang you, Noah. But Noah Owen, I do that all the time actually. No, but
who wore it better?
that's Chet for sure, bro. I'm telling you. But nonetheless, though, just watching, you can't even make him in a video game. 2K doesn't let you get the 3-point attributes that high if you put your height at 7'5". They don't let you get your dribbling attributes that high if you put the height up to 7. You can't make him in the video. He's just...
Yeah, it's like 2K13. Yeah. Where you could max out every single stat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just put them all at 100 if you did well enough.
JB, you trying to tank for Wembanyama?
No, I'm not tanking for this dude. Look, at the beginning of the season, all gas. I'm giving it all my go with the players that we got out there. Once we get halfway through, maybe all-star break, reevaluate where we're looking at. If it's looking like we're not making that play-in, all right, maybe, tank a couple games to see where we're at least get that higher draft lottery pick. Because he's worth taking a chance on at least. But at the beginning of the season, no, it's all gas for me.
What up, Sus?
I was just going to say that Woj put out a tweet that said it is going to be a historic tank for Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, for sure.
And so with that being said, you got to also think about that if you commit to the tank.
You got to out-tank other people.
Yeah, you got to out-tank other people. That means Cade Cunningham getting rest games. You're resting Cade Cunningham, and that is just not good for development. It's not worth throwing a season away. It's not.
I can't say that's not good for development when you have guys like Joel Embiid who sat pretty much their first 2 years and come in and still be Joel.
Yeah, but that was actual health.
Yeah, but
they would have played him
for sure. But he still was, was able to become Joel Embiid.
Yeah, but there's a difference between sitting because you're injured and you can't play and sitting because your team wants to lose, even though you're completely healthy.
That's a losing culture. It's not good.
In those scenarios, other than when it becomes the end of the season, obviously you're being sat just to be sat, but I mean, sometimes there are rest days. Sometimes you do have a bum ankle or bum thumb, as Conor McGregor would say. Who needs a thumb? And you sit out and maybe you just get healed up.
Yeah, I'm not there. I'm not there. It might take a little bit of convincing for me to say that they should just tank like that. But
what?
There's a lot to like about that kid, man. That Wembanyama. There's a lot to like about him. He can definitely be a great player. And GMs are going to be, staying up all night trying to think of different ways they can lose games, and it might affect them mentally. So they might need some help from our friends at SMA or the Sports Marketing Agency. The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their new podcast, This is the S Word, helps fight the stigma about seeking help. And trust me, people, I used to work in this field. I know stigma is a big factor of why people don't get forward and get help. They feel like they're being judged for doing just that. So if you or someone you know is struggling, head to thesportsma.com and get the help you deserve. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll be right back.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
3 NBA championships. Detroit fans were there. 11 Stanley Cups. Detroit fans were there. 4 World Series wins. Detroit fans were there. And that one Lions playoff win in 1991. Yeah, Detroit fans were there. Woodward Sports, where the fans are.
The Foaling Warehouse in Hamtramck is the home of the original football bowling pin game called Foaling. They have 2 different ways you can play. They've got $12 unlimited play as well as private lane reservation for $120. If you get thirsty, they have a $2 mystery beer vending machine along with multiple fully loaded bars for you to choose from. So make sure you go check them out in Hamtramck or visit them online at foalingwarehouse.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy, Eazy, joined by my man, Spinmo Rex.
Hello.
Live on WoodwardSports.com, as always. You guys can join the conversation in the Woodward Sports chat, and or we if you guys can see, we have 2 tablets up here today. All right, so we gotta actually work the phone lines today. If you guys want to call in, I will put the number in the chat. If you want to speak on Victor Wembanyama, the Pistons tank, how you felt about Kay Cunningham and Sadiq's performance last night, you're more than welcome to join the show. We got Young Sus to the TD booth, JB Smooth. Moving on to the Lions, though. Obviously, the Levi news broke. I think we're the first show to talk about it, but we didn't clip it because I don't know why. We always do, No, I'll clip it later on, though. I'll screen record it or something like that. But knowing, because Brad Holmes almost seems to have a knack for drafting injured players at this point. You have James Mitchell, the tight end, who had the ACL injury.
Yep.
You obviously have our guy Jamo that we're waiting on. It looks like it seems as if we're going to have to wait until after the bye week to even see him on the field. Which, by the way, I mean, I am excited for him, but we do have the number 1 offense already. It's like, damn, I wish he played defense. But Levi Enrique with the back injury.
Yep.
Josh Pascal with the hernia, which I'm not really tripping off the hernia surgery. I feel like you bounce back and recover from that one. But there obviously seems to be a trend of Brad Holmes drafting these injured players. Is that a concern for you?
It's somewhat concerning, yeah. As you see, not only injured players that coming into the draft are injured, but guys that have dealt with injuries before, like Levi Ozarike, like Ife Melifonwu, like these different guys. It is tough. It is tough when you don't have your 2 second-round draft picks the past 2 years. You're not able to use them. You don't have, like you said, the tight end that you drafted this year. You don't have one of your first-round draft picks from this year. And that being said, I'm totally fine with him getting Jameson Williams. I'm not upset. I think Brad Holmes hitting on 4th and 6th round picks kind of skews the view a little bit of it. It kind of makes it easier to take that we don't have either of our 2nd round picks from the last 2 years, because we have a 4th rounder performing in the way that Amon-Ra St. Brown is, because we have a 6th rounder performing in the way that Malcolm Rodriguez is. You're kind of like, oh, all right, it's all right, But if we didn't have those 2 guys, if we had a regular 4th rounder, a regular 6th round pick that aren't looking like they could be guys that could be very important pieces to this team for a long time, then you're like, all right, we need to stop drafting these injured guys. We need our 2nd round picks. We need them to come in here and help. So I expect Josh Pascal to be back and be fine. Like you said, it was just a hernia injury. It was just a sports hernia surgery. Nothing crazy, nothing invasive, nothing like that. So he should come back and be fine from that. As well as Jameson Williams. ACL is not what it used to be. It's not a death sentence. The guy will be back. He'll be fine. So I'm not too worried about it, but it is starting to pile up when you look at all the names.
I do have and this is actually, I didn't have this pre-planned or whatever to discuss, but I have a little bit of a concern with the ACLs, only because it seems as if once someone blows one, shortly after they blow the other. I mean, we just saw that just happen with Odell Beckham. I think it's happened with a couple other athletes. Obviously, like I said, just came off this top of my head, but I just feel like that's been a trend as of late. I know you come back and perform, but then, for how long till you hurt again? And then obviously, now Odell Beckham will wait and see how he performs once more from an ACL injury. But I don't want to say it's concerning, only because, as we mentioned yesterday, we are very much in a building process. I can't even tell you it's a rebuild, because the Lions never had anything to rebuild back to. You know what I'm saying? It's a complete new structure. And
build back better.
Yeah, and it's going to take some time, and I think maybe that's part of the reason why he's drafting these injured players, because, again, the hernia, not that big of a deal. ACL, as you said, with James Mitchell and J-Mo, not that big of a deal. The back, a little bit of a concerning injury, but, I guess I somewhat get it. Swing for the fences if you still think he's that great of a player. I think him and Aleem were both 1 and 2 in terms of, draft board defensive tackles, and to be able to grab both those in the draft was, a draft day win. You can never, confirm anything's going to be for certain. Obviously, I don't want to speak bad on Nathan, but we'll wait and see him be what he was supposed to be as a number 2 overall pick.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I think it's a lot of it has to do with the timing and the development of this team. It's very much so going to be a process. We're obviously only in year 2 of this thing. We have the time, unfortunately, to build these guys back. And maybe I don't believe in tanking in football. I don't think it's a thing. I think, football, any type of contact sport like that, to tank, it's dangerous because you'll get hurt. So I don't believe in tanking per se on the field. But from a GM standpoint, maybe it's some some way of tanking in that way, you know what I'm saying? Because he knows he's not going to get these guys later on to the year, and then it gets you then another higher pick to build this team with. I'm not sure. I'm not necessarily tripping, though, because we don't even have a full 2 years. What just happened, by the way?
I was laughing because I don't think it's that deep. But he's like, yeah, these guys are injured. They won't be back. We'll get another high draft pick out. Like,
maybe though.
I don't think so.
I wouldn't count out of the cards. But nonetheless, I'm not tripping because we haven't even seen. This isn't like a full year 2. Like, yeah, this is year 2. We see them have a second draft class. We have yet to even see what the first draft class has fully become yet. So to, like, I guess press on and say, oh, he fire him or this is a bad thing. I don't think people are saying that. But by the way, there's another station around here that's talking about trading Jamison Williams and a couple picks for Roquan Smith, who wants $20 million, which I think is bananas. But I don't know what show that was. I just know it was a certain station. But no, man, we got time. We have time. These injuries are like.
Hey!
What?
Is that the station it was?
What was that?
Is that the station it was?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
You got mad. We're
no,
joking while you're talking. You do it all the time. You did it again. Oh, man. You want to cut this one for YouTube because the other ones are all crazy? Yeah. Hey! JB, are you concerned with Spencer's CTE? I'm just kidding. Are you concerned with Brad Holmes drafting guys of Spencer's caliber? Damaged goods, if you will. I can't hear you. Damn it. Now you got to play a sound for you, too.
My bad, I had the volume down. I have my volume down. I was expecting calls, but yeah, I'm not concerned at all for Brad Holmes right now. Like I said, as you guys said, we're not in a rebuilding process. We just need more time with these guys. We really do. We just need more time to figure things out a lot more. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. So if he can just produce with these draft picks that we got coming up, maybe swing at trying to get Lamar Jackson in here at some point in time, all right. He's cool in my book.
Maybe take a swing at that. Maybe do that. I don't think the Lions are tanking. The Lions are trying to win. The Lions are trying to put things out there to win games. They're trying to build this roster up. They don't want to lose as many games as they have. Obviously, we've got Dan Campbell crying in post games when he loses, looking defeated. Like, he's not trying to lose games. They're trying to win games. So I think things that would help you win games and would help further the rebuild is having your second-round draft picks be available, let alone hitting on them. But just having them play, like that's cool. Like have a guy in there that plays, have a body, have fresh blood. Like warm bodies out there is all we need at this point. Like we need obviously a vast increase in talent on the defensive side of the football. So not having second round draft picks who were supposed to be that talent is big. So hopefully Josh Pascal comes in. Hopefully he plays this week, and hopefully he's a game breaker.
I'm with you. We actually got a couple callers in. I believe one of these gentlemen is Luke G. The first caller, though, we have is Dom, and he wants to talk about the Detroit Lions and Brad Holmes' draft history. I'm gonna try this again. All right, we're gonna give this one more again. You just put your thumbs up. Let me know if I'm good to press the button. All right.
Hey,
Dom, you there? I think I did it. Do I have to do it on my end again?
Oh, jeez.
Can you hear me?
No. Yes, we can.
Hey, I can hear you. You can hear me now. Cool. You guys figured it out.
Woo!
Let's go!
Let's go. Let's go.
What's up, Dom?
Hey, I was just calling in because I had a little different of a thought from you guys. I agree it is worrisome to draft these guys who are, a little bit hurt for the second round pick or the second pick that we have. But, watching you guys, and I know watching the Bottom Line at one time, they had Spielman on, and he was talking about how, he knows that it's going to take time. He knows that they don't want to build back just to build back for 1 year. They want to build back and be good for a really long time. So I wouldn't put it out of their mind that, Brad Holmes is kind of thinking, last year with Levi, you got 2 to 3 years. This year with Pascal, you got maybe one year, Like you guys said, the injury that he had was a little bit freakish to start out with, which sucks. But he's gonna be back soon, so maybe they are thinking that far ahead.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, and thank you for calling in, Dom. Ben was our first official caller, but I'm gonna give Dom the nod because we didn't know what the hell was going on yesterday with Ben.
First official real caller that actually worked. So.
Yeah, shout out to Ben though for trying, but no, actually I agree with Dom. This is kind of the point I'm making too, right? It's like this is a process. This is a building process. Dan Campbell got a 6-year contract. We're only in year 2 of that. Did we jump at least I'll say me, because I know that you were on the pessimistic side. Well, obviously looking like the right side. I'll give you your due credit. But it looks like this is going to be a bit of a process, man. It does. And that's the reality of the situation. We have another caller. I know this person personally.
Zordon calling in.
I think we have Zordon join the show. Zordon, can you hear me?
Power Rangers, I need
you. Luke G from Luke G's Field Review calling in. You're on the opposite of this. You are concerned. It sounds like it.
Everybody should be concerned. Everybody should be concerned. And it's so many things that we're overlooking and acting like it's not the case. Let's just go down. Let me go back and redo this the right way, okay? First things first, all right? Look at the roster, the depth chart in the roster from 2021. I want you to look closely at it, particularly the defense, and then turn back around and look at that same roster this year. They got rid of Trey Flowers, brought in Aiden Hudson. He literally brought back over 80% of this damn roster for the defense. Literally brought back 80% of them. On top of bringing back up 80%, he turned around and doubled down on people like Alex Anzalone. Why was he even retained? He doubled down on Tim Boyle. Why was he retained? He cut Peterson, and we've on like kicker number 1,000. At some point, you got to call a spade a spade. You look at the people that he took. You really couldn't find a way for Kirby Joseph to get on the field other than the fact that they just got tired of Juju Hughes, who apparently they thought so much of that he got to start over Kirby Joseph. You pass up on linebackers, and the linebackers you have are suspect. And please don't get me started on Emrod. Nice player, but he's not changing anything. He's not a force multiplier. And then you go through and you look at it. I feel you, it is one guy. But guess what? There's 15 other picks. And for the most part, when you look at his first couple of picks, they are no-brainers. You don't get credit for having no-brainer picks. Like, it's not hard for you to just take the no-brainer pick. But when you start to go through, you look at Levi, you look at Pascal, you look at that tight end, you look at the luxury pick of a receiver who can't help you, and they still drop 45 points without having most of their receivers on the court. You look at the fact that they added most of the weapons to the offense. What did Brad Holmes do to fix the main problem, the defense? He went into free agency, he added Chark. He went into free agency, he brought Tim Boyle back. Like, he re-signed Josh Reynolds. Like, he did everything to empower the offense. The main problem with this team last year was the defense, and he did nothing, absolutely nothing, other than draft a guy who, at this point, we're all scratching our head, like, when is he going to get around to doing something special? 10%. 10% is what I read that said that Aiden Hudson wins 10% of his one-on-ones. I don't know in what world you can win 10% of anything and be held as great. Literally. Literally.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. He is definitely underperformed. Luke G, we appreciate your call as always. And yeah, it's that is tough to swallow when you hear something like that. When you hear your number 2 pick, this guy that's supposed to be a blue chip player on your defense, only winning 10% of his one-on-ones. And man, that's I haven't seen that stat, but I believe Luke G does his homework. The guy knows what he's talking about. So
that's his tagline. Please do your research.
Please do your research. That's tough, man. That is tough.
Yeah, not as tough as your hair when they try to cut it, because apparently the decisions ain't working, Spenny.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe you should go somewhere else, like Lady Jane's.
Yeah, I got to go to Lady Jane's because it's the only place you can go if you're looking for a haircut. So, as you know, we broadcast this show live from the headquarters of Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Birmingham. It's awesome when I get off the show, if I want to sit down on one of those chairs, maybe take an inch or two off, clean up my dead ends a little bit. I know my girls Bethany or Alyssa will take care of me, so I highly recommend you get into a Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men near you and be treated like a king as well. They are open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime before you know it. Your hair will be game ready. So like I said, get into Lady Jane's, open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime, no appointment necessary. Because at Lady Jane's, It's wicked awesome. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll be right back.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health organization. We serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
If you are like me and you're feeling out of shape and overweight, Custom Health Centers will take the willpower out of weight loss. Whether you need to lose 20 or 120, Custom Health Centers will help you do it quickly and safely. Go to customhealthcenters.com and call today at 844-789-THIN. Once again, that's 844-789-THIN.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spinmo Rex.
What up, though?
We got JB Smooth, the ones and twos, and Young Sus, working his way through some ad reads.
That was better.
That was better. That was
no,
better.
The first one I was so caught off.
Especially because Jeremy had you muted for the hi. I'm Chris.
Thank the Lord.
So, yeah. Don't do that part. Just go right into it.
That's his thing. It's cringe.
Or
cringy,
just say Chris here for
Chris.
Custom Health Centers. Yeah.
All right.
It's all right. You'll learn.
Back to the show, though, because I do want to address a couple of things from my guy Luke G, who just called in, who made one good point, I have to admit, to Aiden Hutchinson. The other thing he went to war with, had beef with Brad Holmes, is the amount of guys he retained from that 2021 roster that ranked, second in points allowed and throughout the entire NFL. And I semi-disagree with that, only because you look at the pieces. First of all, Brad Holmes only had, I believe, $19 million of cap space to work with in the offseason. I could be incorrect on that. If anything, it's like 22 or 26. Not a lot of cap space to work with, first and foremost. And I will say this, too, to the pieces he did bring back, they were productive pieces.
Yeah.
You look at Josh Reynolds, he was a productive piece. You look at, what did you say? I thought you said something. Charles Harris was a productive piece.
Yes.
You go back, who else you bring? Tracy Walker, arguably the best player on our defense. I mean, yes,
but also,
when healthy, the best player
Alex
on our defense.
Anzalone.
Did bring back Alex Anzalone.
Yeah.
But to be, forthcoming.
Tim Boyle, David Blau.
The Tim Boyle one and David Blau one. David Blau, I didn't mind. Tim Boyle, I was pissed off about. I was absolutely pissed off about. Another reason why, too, is like with re-signing Tim Boyle when we did, it kind of like, signaled that we weren't going to draft a quarterback to any team that maybe wanted to. And not that any team even cared to draft quarterbacks, it seemed as if in this draft class, so I guess I can't say that. But at the time, before even knowing of that, I was kind of mad about that. But productive pieces, Tracy Walker, Charles Harris, Anzalone.
Charles Harris hasn't really been that productive this
But last year, 7.5 sacks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's fairly productive. We got him on a fairly cheap deal because we didn't have much to work with. The one piece you could argue maybe Alex Anzalone, this linebacker room, we all know, none of us are here to dispute it, that is among the worst on this team. Yes. Arguably, and a winnable argument too, the worst.
Yeah.
Alex Anzalone is a vet that understood the defense. Again, we got AG, who was in New Orleans. Alex Anzalone was in New Orleans with him. Like, that's, you kind of, not that you had to, but I promise you Derek Barnes isn't ready to start.
Mm-hmm.
We heard that from Calvin Shepard himself. That he wasn't ready to start. He said it was so bad at certain points. It's like you tell the boy to go left and he go right. You know what I'm saying? He's very much so working his way through the X's and O's. He said it's all between the ears. Obviously, as a physical, you know what I'm saying, Barnes would knock somebody's head off.
Yeah.
But very limited cap space, and we kind of had, he did what he had no, what do you expect him to do to work with, man? For real.
Yeah.
The no-brainer picks he's talking about, yeah, Penei Sewell. After that, I couldn't tell you another one was like a for sure no-brainer. Maybe Aiden Hutchinson, but I'm not going to call him a bust or anything like that, but he's just not looking like what we wanted him to be, what we expected out of him.
That's for sure.
What do you have to say from what Luke had to say?
I kind of agree with Luke, and But like how we talked about yesterday, how most of the cap went to DJ Chark, and that's not working out too well. But if you would have told Lions fans at the end of last year that they're not signing a receiver and they're just going to, go into next year with the same receiving core, you would have got ran out of town. So they had to go sign a receiver, although now in hindsight you look back at it and you're saying, yeah, maybe they should have used that on defense. But nobody thought at the end of last year, yeah, this is going to be the number one offense in the NFL next year. Nobody had those expectations. But yeah, it's Anzalone. I don't know about that. It's tough for me to give a reason why they re-signed him. I'd have to go back and look at the market and see if there's anybody else out there.
But even if there was anybody worth bringing on, we can't afford them.
Yeah.
The one guy we decided to get was Marcus Williams. We couldn't afford Marcus Williams. We got Luke G's back on air real quick. I already know he's got some heat, and I'm here for it. It's fun going back and forth with Luke. Luke, you there?
I'm here, man. I'm here. I keep having these points in my head, and I'm trying to get rid of them. And it's funny because y'all were talking about the cap situation, but what we failed to realize was we had the sixth most cap going into that free agency and draft. In fact, when you look at most of that cap where it went on players who we cut. We gave a lot of guaranteed money to undrafted players, a lot of guaranteed money to people like Boyles, to people like David Blau, and we cut them. And we flat out cut them. And the idea is if you were going to always draft a receiver, why sign one? You already had 3 on the roster. You had already brought back Reynolds. You had already had a tight end who was there. And then you turn around and you just act like you could just focus on the offense. That draft was set up where they had everything lined up for them. 5 picks in the top 97. They traded it down, giving them 4 picks in the top 100. And still, with 4 picks in the top 100, I got 1 starter. And the other guy, I got to wait to see what he's going to do. And when I ask people the question, and again, it's not me knocking Jameson Williams, but it's me asking the question. Why is it that this fan base loves receivers so much? Because every time we draft a receiver, the draft grades get an A. And the reality is no one looked at the fact that this draft was defensive heavy and set up for you to fix a lot of your problems. Look at the teams who went defensive heavy on their draft and hard, like the Jacksonville Jaguars, who have a better record than us with a first-year coach going over there. And yes, I know it's Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning coach. Spare me. You just lost to Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings, a guy who's a first-year coach in a rebuild. You're getting ready to go against another first-year coach in the Giants, who I'm not even sure you're going to be able to beat him, right, with Tyrod Taylor. This right here is an indictment on the general manager. You have to look at this and say, how do you come back into this season with 85% of that defense from last year? That defense. We had money. We chose to spread that money out on low. We were the 6th highest cap. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we were the 6th highest cap, but that doesn't mean we had a lot of cap. You know how much money Brad Holmes
how much cap do you think he had last year? How much cap do you think he had?
Here are the free agent signings by the Detroit Lions in free agency. You got DJ Chark at $10 million, which, by the way, I think we all know a lot of these deals are heavily incentivized. Like we talked about yesterday, X amount of catches, X amount of yards, X amount of touchdowns. I think we all remember a couple years back when Tom Brady was trying to get Gronk his extra bonus money out of that situation. You signed Garrett Griffin, not even $1 million, just under $9,600. You have $3.5 million to Mike Hughes, Chris Board at $2 million. You have Jared Davis on the practice squad, your guy, by the way, and then Devin Funches at $1 million. Like, there wasn't. Yeah, you could say we had the 6th most, but it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot to work with. And just, if you will, because I'm not asking that as like a butthead, but like, who were the prize free agents of this offseason that we could afford? It wasn't J.C. Jackson. We couldn't afford to pay J.C. Jackson. We couldn't afford to pay Marcus Williams.
It's not a matter of prize, though, Easy. It's not a matter of prize. It's a matter of saying, look at this team. Going from last year, we're talking about literally going from the draft that we just had before Dan Campbell and them even came here. We had a problem at linebacker and safety. We always had a problem there. They come into it, they take Penei Sewell, no problem, no brainer. Aiden Hutchinson, he's the 2nd pick, hometown guy, everybody loves him, woohoo, no brainer, right? But then you start to look at the rest of the draft, right? And you start to go through the rest of the draft, these guys are not contributing. Jamar Jefferson, where is he? Right? Go down the list.
Dude,
these guys are not contributing. But it's not the point. I'm trying to, but we can praise the 6th-round picks. This is what I'm saying. I don't understand how we can play this game. All I kept hearing was this.
How often are 7th-round picks producing, or even 6th-round picks producing across the NFL? Not often.
You was just talking about Luka.
Your argument in bashing Brad Holmes is that his 7th round pick from last year's draft isn't producing this team.
Oh no. Let's talk about his 2nd overall pick that ain't producing.
Okay.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the 2nd round pick from last year who ain't producing, or the 2nd round pick from this year, or the pick that he took 12th overall who can't help us until November.
That's what I'm saying, though.
Let's talk about that.
We're early in the process.
Let's talk about. Hold on, wait. Let's talk about Kirby Joseph.
His rookie year.
Who can't even seem to find the field.
He just started last week. His rookie year.
Right,
like,
and
it's way too early to like have this type of animosity. It's way too early. Way too, especially for Luke.
Okay,
Luke, hold on. I love you. I love you. But you're also the gentleman who like held on for dear life of the prospect of what Jared Davis could be even up until this season, and he's on a 2nd contract, his 3rd contract technically. Like these guys rookie and 2nd years. Like there's no room to bash him on these things. And yeah, it does suck that these guys aren't seeing the field. The guys that are injured. But again, this is a process, and I very much believe that's how Brad Holmes is addressing this thing. These guys, Brad Holmes' 5-year contract, Dan Campbell's 6-year contract. They know it was going to take some time, but unfortunately, I do got to pay some bills. I apologize.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I think you make a very fair point that it's way too early, but it's okay. I'll be the first to the party when the door open, like how you the same one who said we got to keep Matt Patricia for 3 years. Remember,
Luke, let's get the context of the situation.
I love you.
We're heading to year 3. The following year, we didn't have his quarterback in Matthew Stafford. I was like, yeah, let's give him another year. Halfway through the year, let's fire him.
Easy, I love you.
I love you too, Luke. You crazy.
I love you.
I love you even though you're crazy.
Hey, stay up, Spent.
I appreciate you, Luke, man.
You got to start playing the computer sound for Luke. You know what I'm saying? I'm joking. Let me tell you guys about Centron. All right? Because I use performance-enhancing drinks. Centron gets me right. It is the official energy drink of the Detroit Red Wings. And right now, you can try their limited edition 6-pack sample. You pre-order it right now at CentronWorld.com/Red Wings. They got the cranberry, the sugar-free, and the OG. Make sure you guys check that out. It's Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
New to the game or a season better? OddsTrader.com has everything you need to make the right bet ahead of kickoff. Begin your handicapping journey with OddsTrader. Improve your edge by finding the best price on every game from sportsbooks in your backyard. Take advantage of the numerous sign-up bonus offers to pad your bankroll. Dive into key game statistics, player performance, and even account for the projected game day weather. Best of all, you can use the OddsTrader bet tracker to keep a log of your action. Welcome to OddsTrader, and best of luck.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
At Alta,
Uptime
matters. So Alta Equipment can handle any big project you guys got coming up. Make sure you give Alta Rent a call. It's a simple number, guys. 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Again, that's 844-GO-TO-ALTA. Alta Equipment, where
uptime
matters. What up, though? Welcome back to the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Easy, joined by my man Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
We got Young Sus in the TD booth, JB Smooth, the ones and twos. We just riding through it. Sorry, guys. I had a little, what do you call a burp? Is it like a flatulation? That's a fart?
Flatulence?
Yeah, flatulence. Does that work for burping and farting? Does it work both ways, though?
That's a fart, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
it's just gas.
Had a mouth flatulence.
Yeah, mouth flatulence. All right. Yep.
What up, though? Welcome back to the show. I would love to give credit to what Luke had to say, but we're in year 2. Like he's crying about a rookie safety not producing right away, which is like is wild to me. But a couple guys you want to talk about, some young studs, Demetrius Taylor, Sawed Off, Will Harris.
Yeah, that's, we were talking the other day about Dan Campbell saying he's switching up personnel. He's switching up the defensive personnel in this, and today he was saying that some of that personnel change is that Will Harris is going to get some more playing time. So we're going to see Will Harris out there. He does have the lone interception for the Lions this year, so maybe that will be a good thing. But Demetrius Taylor is a guy who people loved. You loved him a lot when he was brought in. Sawed off, did a lot of different things. You saw, his career at Appalachian State. He's 6'1", 295, so another big girthy guy you could bring on that defensive line. He had career, 137 total tackles, 46 tackles for loss, 26.5 sacks, and and an interception at Appalachian State. So this is a guy who we know can get to the quarterback from that interior defensive line position. He's a guy that can plug up some of those holes down there with his girth. So, I think, the more the merrier on that defensive line, because the rotation they have right now isn't working. Michael Brockers is not working. Lee McNeil is doing what he can. It's tough to see that rotation out there. So hopefully he gets in there. He can fill that hole of John Kaminsky where he's getting after the quarterback, causing some secondary pressure, which will make it easier for the defensive ends to get their job done. But I don't know if Will Harris is one of the these game changers that you're going to bring in defensively, and he's going to make the world of difference for this defense. So it's tough for me to swallow that one. Pause.
Sorry for throwing. I mean, you asked during the break, and
you said no.
Yeah, we threw a fit about it. As I was like, all right, maybe he has a good point to make on it. I don't know. No, yes, they're not big changes. they're not. I don't even have the take to say. I mean, sure, saw it off. We might see something special out there. Someone you could put along Lee McNeil, maybe put some interior pressure. I mean, we're in a bad situation, guys. We just are, especially in the defense. Back to the point of like what Brad Holmes invested in. I mean, very limited stuff to work with. Limited people to even sign.
Yeah.
I can't, again, thinking back to the prize for ages of this year's. I mean, there was one guy that specifically that I wanted, and I don't know if he's producing where he's at, but John Jones' brother. I can't think of his first name for some reason. It's escaping me. Chandler Jones. I definitely wanted him. I thought that would have been sick to have.
He ended up in Vegas.
Now, I don't even know what he's doing in Vegas, but I know Vegas is 1-3, just like us. same boat, same situation.
That's for sure.
Probably paying him hella money. But, yeah, man, I think there's limited pieces to even acquire, along with, like, the limited cash you have to spend on it. I think this year, obviously, we're going draft heavy. This is, like, a topic I was trying to avoid, actually, spending. I don't want to, like, dawn on you last minute like this, because, obviously, much of Detroit has been on the bandwagon of drafting a quarterback in this upcoming class based off what happened last year. But based off what's going on this year.
No. And I know, you can go back and kill me on my takes of, we need to get a quarterback this year. We need defense with our first 3 picks this year. Period. With our pick, the Rams pick, and our second round pick, we need to go all defense because we don't have the bodies, we don't have the talent out there. It's embarrassing. And Jared Goff, as though, I don't think he is a guy that can push you over the hump. The Lions aren't even at the hump yet. So they don't have to worry about getting the guy that can push them over the hump until they can get a defense that can stop Geno Smith. Then I'll be worried about it. Until they can get a defense that doesn't make Geno Smith the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah,
then I'll be worried about addressing the quarterback position. But until then, I need to see defense. I need to see guys that play in the games, guys that make plays in the games on this defense out of their draft picks rather than going at a quarterback in a – this is not – Bryce Young, Bryce Young is probably going to be pretty good. We'll see. C.J. Stroud looks like he'll be good, but we all know about Ohio State quarterbacks. They never work out. Everybody loves Will Levis. I don't really see it with Will Levis. Maybe I'll have to watch more. I've watched the Kentucky game or 2 this year, and doesn't do it for me. Richardson from Florida, who can't complete a pass, but apparently he's going to be a top 10 draft pick this year. It's no. No, we should not go quarterback this year. If we lose to New England, I want us to lose every single game for the rest of the year and draft Will Anderson. Because that is a guy who is going to be an elite edge rusher.
I heard he's not having the best year.
He's still a monster.
For being the monster he's supposed to be, he only has 2 sacks this season so far.
Yeah.
And, obviously, college football, you play a couple cupcake teams where you're supposed to rack up the numbers. Rag it up. You looking up his numbers right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm curious, too. Oh, man. I was not prepared to – I'm mad. I'm kind of mad I brought this up, but things are getting a little bit stale. If we do take a quarterback, I'm not opposed to the idea.
He's got 5 sacks.
5 sacks?
Yeah. He's got...
That's actually pretty good.
Will Anderson Jr., 27 total tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, 1 interception, 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
He's pretty damn good, dude. He's 6'4", 235 pounds. Dude is an athletic monster. Like,
dude.
He's a legitimate blue chip pass rushing stock.
Oh, it sucks we're even talking about draft in week 5, man. But I mean, just based off the terms of Jared Goff's performance, again,
it does suck to talk about it. But
it does.
You brought it up, so
I did bring it up. I'm not pounding my fist on the table, and obviously we'll see when we get there. But I wouldn't be mad if they drafted a quarterback. No, I still understand it.
I would understand it. But
yeah. I mean, you look at the money. If I'm not mistaken, Jared Goff, the 4th highest player played in the NFL right now.
Yeah.
Or at least the 4th highest quarterback. I could be mixing those two up. But you free up that cash. The people that Luke wanted us to go acquire in free agency, whatever the hell he was looking for, Brad Holmes then has the money to do it, And as much as Jared Goff is performing out of his mind this year, Jared Goff is playing great football.
Jared Goff's tied for 11th in quarterback salary this year.
Is that like actual salary for this year? Because I'm pretty sure that's incorrect.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's annual salary on the contracts. Like, Deshaun Watson's making $1 million this year or whatever.
In terms of what he's actually making.
But he's a $46 million a year guy.
Yeah. That's what it's 40 this year.
Yeah.
Next year, it's only 10 in dead cap space. So you can manipulate a few more things. But nonetheless, my whole point I'm trying to make is free up that cap space and you can go get you some veteran defensive players. Because even if we go right now and get Will Anderson and whoever the hell else is out there, they're going to be still inexperienced at that point.
I mean, even without maneuvering Goff's cap, we're going to have the money to go out and get a veteran piece this year. Like with Jamie Collins, Trey Flowers,
$25 million.
Tim Boyle, Jelani Tavai,
Yep.
Tyrell Williams, with all of those contracts coming off the books, like you said, we're going to have around $25 million.
Yeah.
DJ Chark off the books, not going to get re-signed. I'm sorry. Baby Chark, dude, we all love that stuff, but we don't need you, bud. I'm sorry. You're a good player.
That's true.
I respect you as a player, but wide receiver is not a position of need right now, which is crazy for me to be saying that after 4 games, after what they did last year.
Yeah.
But it's not. And you could take that $25 million and you can give it to a linebacker. You can give it to a cornerback, a safety, a defensive lineman, something. I'm going to look top defensive free agents next year.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, you get all that cash back, 25 plus million. And then you're able to do stuff. I fully expect Brad Holmes to invest in the market at that point, too. Again, I think this year we'll see definitely a splash on defense. And let's not forget, too, actually, I'm going to save this. I'm going to say this one because we do got to pay some bills.
Yeah.
So while you look up that defense, before you look up that defense, tell us about the best defense on and off the field.
The best defense on and off the field is obviously Guardian Alarm. So if you want peace of mind, knowing the things you love are kept safe, give Guardian Alarm a call. With their 24/7 local monitoring, they make sure the things that are important to you stay safe. All you have to do is call 1-800.
Stay out.
That's 1-800.
Stay out.
Right now, and let them know Woodward Sports sent you. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. We'll be right back.
Hi, my diamonds. It's Crystal with an X. You want to get hot and perfect like me? Here's my super easy routine. Drink at least a gallon of water before you wake up. Attach a weight to everything in your house. Hello? Sell your car and just sprint everywhere. Scream when you exhale.
Don't follow Crystal with an X. Do your own thing at Planet Fitness with tons of equipment and free fitness training in our clean and spacious clubs. Join now for just $10 a month and cancel anytime.
It's a great day to get some Centron in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
On on, everybody. It's Spencer for Big Frog, and right now you get a free Woodward Sports t-shirt. That's right, a free Woodward Sports t-shirt all month long at Big Frog in Novi. All you have to do is come on in, tell them we sent you, and then we'll print you out one on the spot. That is Big Frog in Novi. Go check them out or visit them online at bigfrog.com/Novi.
What up, though? Welcome back to Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy Eazy, joined by my man Spin More Racks.
Hello.
We got Young Sauce in the TD booth, JB Smooth with the ones and twos. Live on WoodwardSports.com. Hop in the Woodward Sports chat. And I promise you, this isn't a hater take. Jared Goff is playing good football. Stop. See?
Sorry.
You're literally doing what you were crying about.
I'm looking at this.
You're literally doing what you were crying about.
at this list.
This guy.
It's important. I thought if we're not going to talk about it, I could just close it.
That was actually perfect.
Yeah, I can close it.
Go ahead, keep it open. I just want to get this out first in terms of like the Jared Goff situation, because I actually saw my guy too, Eric from Prior Detroit, tweet that he may be okay with his decision in terms of like re-signing. I hate saying it, re-signing Jared Goff. Bit too early though, but in my opinion though, it's the point I'm going to make in terms of like if they do still want to draft a quarterback, or if we should draft a quarterback, is like Ben Johnson. Do we not credit him for making this offense what it is and what it's been?
Yes.
Did we not see us lose literally over or 50% of our offensive production in Amon-Ra St. Brown and DeAndre Swift?
Yes.
And he still got production last week with nobodies.
Yes.
Last year, without Ben Johnson, we were ready to beat Jared Goff's ass. We were ready to jump him coming out the building. But Ben Johnson got a hold of him, and he's making him look great. Number one in touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, I've always been real about Jared Goff. I'm not a Jared Goff hater. I'm a Jared Goff truther. Only 3 picks in the season. 2 of those, not his fault. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. 2 of those interceptions, not his fault. 1 was the Hail Mary. The other one was a miscommunication with T.J. Hawkinson. James Bradbury took that one back for 6. Sus to see you got your hand up, but my point is, I have enough faith in Ben Johnson, knowing that Jared Goff, again, I don't want to sound like a hater, but he is limited in his skill set. He just is. It's part of the reason why that Hail Mary, when you watch it back, it was like, oh, you almost wanted to look away. I feel like if he got a rookie on a rookie deal, again, saving us upwards of $40 million in cap space, even if that rookie was subpar, and I'm not calling Jared Goff subpar, he's good, but not great. If we had a rookie with just Jared Goff's skill set, I'm confident, fully confident, just from what I saw last Sunday, just from what I saw how ugly that offense was last year to this year, that Ben Johnson will be able to make that quarterback look, I don't want to say just as good. It's going to take some time. He's obviously going to be young. But he can produce with him. And then you get that $40 million that Brad Holmes can then play with. And let's not forget, Brad Holmes from the lineage of off those picks. F them all. Spend that bread. The same franchise that went and got Ndamukong Suh. They traded for Dante Fowler. They got Jalen Ramsey. Like, when we're close enough, I have faith that Brad Holmes will put his foot on the pedal, because that same franchise that had that strategy just won the Super Bowl using that same exact strategy. So you had your hand up real quick.
Yeah. Honestly, you beat me to it. That's exactly where I was going with it. I was trying to piece it together as you were laying it out, and that was what I was thinking last segment when we were talking about just the cap space and all of that, and the issues with the draft and what to do. Is my question to you guys was going to be: is Ben Johnson good enough to take a mediocre or a subpar or average starter and then play with that $40 million? And again, that's not for Super Bowl contention, because when it comes time to Super Bowl contention, like you said, you trade the picks, you spend the money, all of that. But just logically thinking, wouldn't it be smart to just have a quarterback, which is such an expensive position, dirt cheap relatively, and then have all that access to just build around him, because Ben Johnson is that good at just bringing the best out? And again, that's a question more so than a suggestion, because that's my thought is
no, he can
do that,
unless they're as bad as Tim Boyle, who he has no business being in the NFL. Especially look at his college resume; it makes no damn sense why he was even playing professional football at the highest level. But nonetheless, the only, I guess, counter argument and concern for me personally is like, how long do we have Ben Johnson? Yeah. How long until he gets a head coaching offer? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, we could do that. We could take that risk. And even if the quarterback's mid, I agree that he can make him look better because of how great he is as an offensive coordinator. But then, what if he gets a head coaching offer? Yeah. And then we're back at square one.
I'm all cool with drafting a quarterback when we're ready. When we, this defense is not a year away. This defense is not a fix away. It's not ready to, you add a rookie quarterback and put him in there and everything changes. No, we need talent. We need a lot of talent on defense. And I don't think cutting off or doing whatever you want to bring in that rookie and have him go, you'll sign one big name free agent out of that too, maybe. I don't think that makes the difference on this defense. I think you need a lot more than that.
Again, back to the point I was making yesterday, or maybe it was 2 days ago at this point, but void of the actual talent. Yes, we have young guys that can be talented down the road and experience in that. You bring in, you have that money. Not only you grab you a guy that's talented, but you also grab you a veteran. And I have faith that AG can make something work with a piece along with them. You were looking at the free agency list of this year or next year?
Next year's free agents. Well, 2023 free agents.
So say we did go ahead and grab that quarterback, and I'm just all hypothetical. Please don't get mad. We're just doing thought exercises here before you guys get all crazy. Who's on that free agent list? Who can we go shopping for?
You've got guys like Roquan Smith, who's going to be a free agent. That's one of the big names. Bradley Chubb will be a free agent. Darren Payne will be a free agent. Jesse Bates will be a free agent. Jordan Poyer, Buffalo Bills, will be a free agent. Keep going here. Marcus Peters, free agent, although he's not what he used to be. He's still a solid corner out there. These are all offensive guys. Yeah, it's there's a lot of guys out there that you could bring in and can be good pieces on this team. There is, like we said, Brandon Graham, Yannick Ngakoue, Jadeveon Clowney, Kyle Van Noy, bring him back. Akeem Hicks will be available. Different guys that Dante Fowler, these are guys that are pieces you can add. Like you said, are solidified NFL players. Fletcher Cox, Jason Hargrave, Chris Wormley, old Michigan guy, you could bring him in. Ashawn Robinson, bring him back. Oh man, there's Levante David.
I would like some Levante David.
Levante David would be nice. Kwan Alexander.
Quan
Alexander. Is it Quan or is it Kwan? Quan Alexander.
All right.
Blake Martinez, we still talked about him.
We have some Brad, man.
There's a lot of guys on this list.
And to be honest with you, I'm not just limited to the free agents. I think that Brad Holmes is more than willing to go to that trade market too. That's the same guy. Again, not the same guy, but part of the same regime that went and traded for Jalen Ramsey. You know what I'm saying? They had the Dominic Suit and put him along Aaron Donald. They're going to get some pieces in this defense. What's up, Sus?
My only question with this, again, this thought exercise here is, if we do go this very, very, I don't want to call it irrational because that's kind of
just
disrespectful. But if we go this deep into this and we commit all to defense in the offseason, can with a draft and an offseason dedicated to defense, how much better can we get? And is that potentially counterproductive to this team, or no, because it is just a historically worse defense that no matter what, we kind of have to go all in on defense?
This defense is void of talent.
Yeah.
And then what you're replacing the void of talent with is inexperience. So having that all defense draft class would be nice. I would for sure hold AG 100% accountable to performing then, but then we have inexperienced guys too.
Yeah,
which it's gonna, again, these are 5-year contracts, 6-year contracts that both Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes were given. I saw a couple comments I want to address in the Woodward Sports Chat. One from I King Horse, I believe is how you say this one. He asks.
It's crazy.
Kwan Alexander. He asked, half our offense was out and we put up a ton of points. Why the hell can't AG do the same? Game plan for what you have. Here's the difference, King Horse. And Spinny, Sus, Sus, you could even answer this one because it's pretty simple, and then JB yourself too. The best unit on this team, the best position group, hands down, is
offensive line.
Offensive line, 100%. What was available in that game? Our offensive line. What was available in that game? Your starting quarterback. We had the most expensive offense in the league, and a lot of those guys were available and produced in that game for us. Like, that's part of the reason why you're able to see that offense. And Ben Johnson's just great. Ben Johnson is good. Then that's how brings me to the other comment. Joey 2 times suggests that if we did lose Ben Johnson in the scenario we drafted a quarterback, he said just Deuce or Randall L could call plays. No, that's not the way it works. Unfortunately, I wish it did, because now I'm all in on drafting a quarterback and freeing up that cap space. But then you look at scenarios like the Falcons when they had Kyle Shanahan and they went to the Super Bowl, and Matt Ryan was doing crazy numbers. He's the MVP. Everyone was on his D. Kyle Shanahan left. Their offensive coordinator left. And you expect that they were there. You know what I'm saying? That guy's in position groups that then could just call the plays. Was the offense the same, Spinny?
No, the offense fell apart.
Fell apart. Ben Johnson is like, if here a couple of years and he had like assistants under him studying this offense, like learning the NFL like through him, the same way Sean McVay learned through Kyle Shanahan, and and then from Kyle Shanahan's father and vice versa. Like, maybe if we had that type of scenario, we don't have that lineage built, and that's what my concern is. If we lose a Ben Johnson, there's no residence or residue left over of what he's produced. You know what I'm saying? Randall L has his own ideas of what an offense is. He comes from another branch. You have Deuce Staley, who comes from another branch. It's not the Ben Johnson stuff. And you can't learn it and scheme for it after 1 year. I mean, you're already hearing these head coaches and defensive coordinators saying they're having a hard time now understanding it and scheming for it week to week. We can't afford to lose them. Not this soon, man. Not this soon. That's not what Joey 2 times said in the Woodward Sports Chat, so maybe I have to run back. These things, the comments just keep going, man. Told us about Big Frog. How about I tell you guys about Swiss Insurance? All right, because the Lions defense could use some insurance, some way and fashion, because they're getting torn apart. But our guy Mark might be able to help them out, because there's nothing better than a rockin' tailgate. But all that fun comes with responsibility too, guys. It's called Host Liquor Liability, and support and coverage when hosting a high school, college, or pro tailgate. Let Mark at Swiss Insurance make sure you're protected so you can enjoy the big games. Woodward Heavyweights, we'll be right back.
Fellas, let's be honest. We like things to be easy. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Sign in, sit down, watch your favorite team play, and before you know it, your hair will be game ready. Open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
My name is Lee. I've lost 35 pounds on the Custom Health Center program. So the 3 biggest benefits that I've gotten from this program has been, I'm not snoring anymore, I have a lot of energy, it's great, and oh, by the way, look at this. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side.
Lemieux and McCarty, who've had a good knockdown drag up. There they go, right on the whistle. They were talking to one another.
Woodward Sports.
For a limited time, all new burgers and loaded fries are back at Big Boy. It's not the Slim Jim, it's the Big Jim. The chili cheese is such a tease, and guess what else is new? The bacon blue. How about upgrading those fries? Chili cheese fries, baked potato fries, or even nacho fries. Satisfy those taste buds at Big Boy.
What up, though? Welcome back to the final stretch of the Woodward Heavyweights. I'm your boy, he's joined by my man, Spinball
What
Rex.
up, dog?
We got Young Sus in the TD booth and JB Smooth at 1-2s live on WoodwardSports.com. Show went by quick there in that second half. We kind of all over the place. It was fun. We had a fun thought exercise, and I'm now more than ever concerned about the Ben Johnson situation, because that is the lone bright spot in my opinion.
It's tough. Yeah, we talked about that earlier in the year when I think we did that as a segment, like, who are you more scared to lose, Ben Johnson or Aaron Glenn? And I think we both said Ben Johnson because we don't have an heir apparent. We don't have a guy that's like, okay, yeah, if you lose Aaron Glenn, I think we're both pretty comfortable in Aubrey Pleasant stepping up and being that guy, being a guy who could step up into that defensive coordinator spot. But if you lose Ben Johnson, like you said, you lose that whole offense that was schemed up. You lose that whole offense that he sat down and tailored with Jared Goff, and there's nobody that we have there that's like, okay, yeah, they're going to step right up, be that same kind of play caller, that same kind of X's and O guys that we have in Ben Johnson. So it is a scary thought to lose him. And if the Lions keep up this pace offensively, they keep up pace as one of the best offensive teams in the NFL, or the best offense in the NFL, somebody's going to scoop him up for sure.
Yeah. And, like, this is not a slight at Jared Goff. I promise you, I don't want to, like, come off this way, but, like, it's Jared Goff. You know what I'm saying? But he's making him look great, and Jared Goff can look great with guys like Ben Johnson, guys like Sean McVay, and a great offensive line in the run game. Run game's quarterback's best friend, tight end right after that. So, and we have that. We're both run game and a tight end, T.J. Hawkinson, which is something we can talk about tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, I just want to tease tomorrow's show a little bit. We're going to bring on a Patriots content creator. I don't know if I'm looking forward to this because of the whole Geno Smith experience. I don't have faith in our defense. If this were a third-string quarterback with any other franchise, I'd be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We're for sure winning, right? This is Bill Belichick. This is Bill Belichick that got Jimmy G paid. This is Bill Belichick that got Matt Castle paid. This is Bill Belichick that, like, created Tom Brady, who's a, what, 6th-round pick, Tom Brady? What, or 5th round? What round did Tom Brady go, JB?
6th round, I
6th
believe.
round?
Yeah, 6th round. Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, scary. This is the greatest coach of all time. But nonetheless, we're going to reach out to a Patriots content creator, get him on to preview the show. Spinny, you did some homework today on who has the better offense in this game, the Detroit Lions, New England Patriots. I want you to break that one down for us. And we'll probably attack the defense in some matchups there, too.
Yeah, we got a lot going on tomorrow. We still haven't done buy or sell yet.
I've done buy or sell.
Yeah.
I want to remix that one a little bit. You want to throw in some Pistons players in there?
Yeah, we can do that for sure.
I'm down for that.
For sure.
Just look at Suskin all excited. I can talk about something. But we got a big show tomorrow. Make sure we have that one jam-packed for you guys. But that was a fun thought exercise. But definitely left me just more concerned than anything else.
Yeah, and I don't even want to think about being in a situation to think about the draft
messy.
Yet. That would be tough. That's a tough situation to be in if we're already talking about draft and what we should do. Obviously, it's easy to look forward, but I'd rather be in the present thinking about how we can win games and compete. But if we lose to New England this week, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, Muhammad Sanu stuff. Obviously, I'm assuming some more news to come beyond that because no disrespect to Muhammad Sanu, what is he doing in town?
Yeah.
If Amon-Ra is coming back in a couple of weeks, we just brought up Tom Kennedy. What is he doing in town? Is something scary coming up that I don't want to hear? Like, I don't know, man.
Could be a precursor for something, but like I said, if Amon-Ra was out for a while, if he was going to miss some time, I feel like Dan Campbell would have told us. There were, JB just sent it in the chat. How many guys on the injury or on missing practice today?
No, there's a couple of them.
A lot. We had Chris Board, Evan Brown, Quintez Cephas, DJ Chark, obviously John Kaminsky, TJ Hawkinson, Frank Ragnow, Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and DeAndre Swift, all with no practices today. And yeah, it is just a Wednesday. It might just be kind of a rest day, but that doesn't look good when you have that many guys missing practice the first day after a game. It's tough. It's tough.
100% is tough, but we all right, man. It's a rebuilding process. I'm going to keep telling myself. No, man. It is what it is. A lot of those guys, though, were just getting, like, rest days. He said that today in the presser. Is like, they're not, like, necessarily, like, injured, but just, like, catching up on getting back healthy. Jonah Jackson back, though. Today, at least.
Yep.
That's a positive sign.
He was on the limited practice.
It just sucks, bro. I want to be happy about these offensive guys coming back. Yeah. But the offense produces.
It doesn't really matter.
I need someone to resurrect somebody for this defense, fam. Like,
Cliff Averill came back and joined the defense.
Give me that.
Yeah. DeAndre Levy wasn't scared of tackling anymore. And he came back to join the Lions.
Mohamed Sanu's in town.
Yeah.
How about Ndamukong Suh in town? How about him?
Yeah.
Come on. Somebody.
It's pretty tough. Pretty tough. We definitely don't need the help on offense, but it's just keep loading up. Maybe we'll score 60 a game. Then
Blake Martinez. Can Blake Martinez be in town?
No, not gonna do it. We're trying out Mohamed Sanu.
Is he playing Is he playing safety?
Maybe he is.
He's just as experienced as
He's
Kirby
quarterback
Joseph.
in high school at Rutgers. You know?
Yeah, where's Nips when you need him?
How much safety has he played in his career? But that'll do it for us today.
Man.
We appreciate you guys for tapping in and joining us on WoodwardSports.com. Make sure you come and join us, hang out with us. We are live at WoodwardSports.com 5 to 7 Monday through Friday. For the man to my left, the one, the only, Speak Easy. For Young Sus, a.k.a. Chris Platty, holding it down in the TD booth. Our boy JB Smooth on the ones and twos. I am Spencer and Eazy. We are the Woodward Heavyweights, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Oh, yeah.